Hello, everybody. This is Shoeless, and today I've got a recording of you from a few matches from a Twilight Cup Mirror Cup tournament I did this afternoon. This was Mirror Cup at the Capitol with PoGo 512. As you can see, my first opponent is Silicaton. He's a fantastic player, as you can see. I was kind of ready with my team right away, and he really takes his time, and honestly, that really pays off for him. It's something I should probably work on. But this is, yep, like I said, it's Mirror Cup, Twilight Cup. So Mirror Cup is the one that the tournament hosts get to pick what format from previous tournaments they like to use. And so they chose Twilight, which I was really excited about. I think Twilight's got an awesome meta. And so we got a few good matches for you. It was a 4-round tournament, but I got a bye in my second round. So I only have 3 matches. However, there are 9 games across those 3 matches. All 3 went best 2 out of 3. None of them are 2-0. They were all 2-1s. So that's pretty good. This video is going to be a bit long, but I think it's got some quality content. And it's got some good commentary I'm going to leave, hopefully. So here we go. Yeah, as you can see, Silicaton is still taking his time. I personally, in my practice battles, I figured out a few teams that I really like to run with that I thought covered the meta really well, especially the main things. And so I had a pre-built team that was going to be my lead on every match I decided, unless the enemy had the opponent had a team that really had something to exploit that I could use my other stuff. And so here's round 1. I lead Venomoth, who's my main lead on every single one of these. He leads Azumarill. This is a solid matchup for me. My Poison Fangs are going to hit hard. One thing you're going to notice in this match is I overtap a lot. I did this for a lot of the tournament. I don't know if I was just nervous or what, but you can see he beats me to the charge move there, despite the fact that I had the Poison Fang critically first. He's going to hit that Ice Beam. I'm going to block it. Venomoth hits like a truck, but you cannot take charge moves. It's somewhat fragile. I don't know. It doesn't seem to have too much issue with moves, but charge moves it really doesn't like. You can see he tanks that. I'm coming in with another Poison Fang here. As you can see, I charged it up. I didn't do too well in the first one, but I did well this one. He blocks here. He's coming in with another charge move. Honestly, I probably should shield this. It just put me up pretty well. Because now this is just, one Poison Fang of completely wasted energy. I would have either broke a shield or... I come with my Azumarill. So now it's a mirror. We both have 1 shield. And I overtap here and don't get the Ice Beam off, which is really unfortunate. If I don't overtap there, that might have made a significant difference in the match here. He player ups. The reason I go for Ice Beam here is because he has just enough health where I'm going to get 1 more bubble off. 1 more bubble just to get the little more energy ready to go. And take out his Azumarill there. Tapping away, what's coming in. It's a Venomoth. This is what happened in the first start, at the start of the match, just in the opposite. I have a little more energy built up. I don't know why I play up here. He's definitely going to shield it. We both know that Venomoth can't take charge moves, so I really should have gone for it there because I probably get off 2 Ice Beams, especially if I had undertapped. I'm going to block this. And when I say 2 Ice Beams, I mean without burning a shield. And here he comes. He built up 2 Poison Fangs, and that's probably something I should have been keeping track of. Is like he's used so many confusions because I think it takes 3, if my memory serves correct, to build a Poison Fang and 4 for Silver. So I come in, Toxic Croak. It's my only thing left, and that's GG right there. Even though I'm gonna faint with this Mud Bomb, he absolutely decimates me with those confusions. Toxic Croak being poison and fighting just can't take them. So that's that. And yeah, made a mistake or 2 there, and he played perfectly, and that ended up being the difference in the match. And so here it is again. Like I said, I was pretty confident that the team I had preset. I'm gonna screw around here. I just to, you know, make him, not assume that I'm just running the same team, because if you insta click, he's probably just your opponent will likely assume that you're just running the same team again, and I don't want to do that. So I fool around for a little bit just to figure it out. I'm still gonna end up waiting here. Like I said, he really analyzes everything, takes his time, and it really works out well for him. He ends up 4-0ing this tournament. He's gonna end up winning this match, but still think there's a lot to learn from it. But yeah, you can see how really taking his time, really thinking about everything that's happening. Quick, just in the downtime, remind you to like, comment, subscribe, ding the bell if you really want to keep updated with all my stuff. Highly recommend it. I will be posting a lot of these videos. I'm currently signed up for 5 Mirror Cup tournaments this month. I did not rank this one as well. I learned the hard way last time that don't rank your first tournament is how it went for me. Because Jungle, I did really poorly in my first tournament, and my last one I 3-1. So a lot to learn over the course of the month. And I come in here. This is another pretty solid matchup for me. Even though he resists these confusions because of the poison dark, Silverwind is a very strong move against dark types. Super effective. Block this. Like I said, Venomoth is very fragile. Doesn't matter what's coming at me. Crunch is neutral damage, but I can't take the hit. Again, I overtapped. Did that a lot. Definitely something I need to work on. I missed one, but Silverwind, he's going to block it anyway. It didn't matter. And just going at. I'm trying to switch here. One thing I found that was very powerful was to, if you can burn a shield or in a matchup like this, switching to Toxicroak and finishing them off is extremely strong. Again, I overtap, get off a Silverwind Bow, blocked it again. He is out of shields. Struggling away to get that switch off. Finally switch over to Toxicroak. He switches out before it quite faints him. They're up on me. But he's out of shields here. So I'm okay with him switching into Azumarill because he's out of shields. Because Toxicroak knows Sludge Bomb. I don't run Dynamic Punch on my Twilight Cup Toxicroak, and this is gonna hurt. Like, that's a ton of damage coming my way. Even though he's gonna come back to me. Maybe if I undertap here, I get that Mud Bomb off. Seemed a bit close, but might have worked. Comes in with this player up. That's gonna knock out Toxie, but I'm fine with that because now I get to come in with my Maw, immediately Poison Fang, one click to Poison Fang, and that Azumarill is down because remember he has no shields. Neither of us have any shields at this point. What does he come in with? Frostlass. Frostlass, this is fine. I'm just gonna get the last little bit. Oh no, I don't. I thought I was gonna get that. I thought I got that. I guess I misremembered. But yeah, he's gonna finish me off here because he knew it. I think he knew I had a charge move in the bank at that point. He knew he needed to pop that. And so it comes down to my Azumarill, and Azumarill is an absolute tank. And I actually probably would have gone for that player up as soon as I could, but since he gets this charge move off immediately, even though the Shadow Ball hits like a truck, Azumarill is just such a tank. I hit this player up, and this is going to take out his Frostlass. Frostlass goes down, and here comes back the Skunk Tank from before. Very low health. He does have a charge move built up. Very thankful that this was not a poison move. I don't know if Skunk... I assume Skunk Tank learns Sludge Bomb, because if it does, that faints Azumarill, no problem. It's a crunch. Fairy type resists the dark move. Takes it out just fine. And so now we go to game 3. And I think, again, I'm just going to do a little screwing around here. As you can see, I had Venusaur and Wigglytuff as well. I do use the Umbreon sometimes, but the Venusaur and Wigglytuff are almost exclusively for bench pressure. I am just clicking around, make a little joke here. Oh, am I gonna fake him out? Am I gonna fake him out? Not really. He's too smart for that. You can see I got a few shiny Sneasels. Got some lucky shinies lately. This is missed by me, which is really convenient. I got pretty lucky with that. And here I go back in, same team. Like I said, I was very confident in this team going in. Maybe a little too confident. Probably a little too confident if we're being honest here. It worked really well with my practice battles, but your practice battles with your friends are not going to go the same way they will against really big competitors. Not that my friends aren't as good as them, but more just because people play differently, and tournament environments are very different. So here we go, match 3. Get the same start out as match 2. Very good for me. I go in, confusion, and once again I overtap. Try to fake him out there with the Poison Fang. Doesn't work out. I make a huge mistake here. I don't know why. I thought maybe I could tank this Crunch. Terrible idea. Venomoth is a very fragile Pokemon, so I end up, because of that, I tried to go for the Poison Fang for the Silver one. It had already registered I clicked the Poison Fang, so I'm like, oh great. But even with the overtap, I get off another Poison Fang. He knows this is Poison Fang. He's not going to shield it. There's no way I'd have built a Silver one by now. He's very aware of that. So he's just going to tank it. Gets him into yellow, doesn't do a lot of damage. Try to switch out, didn't work. He's going to come in here. Now I'm thinking it has a poison move and a dark move, both of which will be resistant. Nope. If I had shielded there, this match might go a lot differently. It's not going to, though. I don't shield there because I didn't think he was bringing Flamethrower. I figured that he had a poison move there. Almost have a charge move build up. Doesn't matter. Toxic Croak can't deal with that at all. This match is going to be a little closer than you think, though, even though I played it pretty terribly to start. And if I had played better, I might win. He built up a Poison Fang there. That's why that Venomoth came in. Immediately switches to his Azumarill. I've got a charge move ready to go. Put up this Player Off. It's going to tank it. Does some damage. Azumarill's an absolute tank of a Pokemon. Here he comes with it. My plan here is to block one charge move from the Azumarill and save one shield for the Venomoth. It's pretty simple. I go for the Player Off again. Ice Beams do very little damage, and for only one less bubble, it simply wouldn't be worth it. So here we are, just throwing bubbles back and forth. Get the Player off. And now he's low. And now my goal is at this point to just get to this next Ice Beam. Considered shielding this, and hopefully then the Poison Fang wouldn't fate me. Tough call. Poison Fang and Player Up do around the same amount of damage. I think Player Up might do a little more. I don't know. Here, I don't know how he beat me to this. I guess he did. He undertapped better than I did. So I have to shield that because that's gonna faint. Or it's gonna just absolutely mess me up. And so I go for Ice Beam here because I know it's gonna faint, and I'm like, maybe if I get lucky or something happens, I might get to this next Ice Beam. Because I'm one quick move away from it. Doesn't matter. He's got this Poison Fang ready to go, and that's GG on match 1. So he wins 2-1 for match 1. Slackton's a great competitor, and that's gonna be that. So I start off 0-1, not ideal, but yeah, 3 rounds left to go. Turns out I actually end up getting the bye in match 2. So here's match 3. I'm technically 1-1. I say 0-1 because I didn't play anybody, but according to the tournament, I'm 1-1. So here we go. I get to play Poppy Owen. Poppy Owen's a quality competitor. It's a challenger rank, I believe. He's one of the first people I met when I got to PvP after I moved. So really nice guy. He helps host a lot of the tournaments. And so here I am going in again. Same team. Like I said, I really like this team, especially in the lead scenario. I thought it would really, people might try to adjust to it. Maybe then I could change my team. I felt this was one of my strongest teams. So here we go. Moth comes in into Alolan Ninetales. He went very off meta for this. I talking to him about it. He said he didn't look too much into the tournament, just something he kind of wanted to do for fun. And he went with what he had, which is, it's fine. He didn't rank it. I didn't rank this tournament either. I think it's a lot of fun just to go to tournaments, even if you're not necessarily going to try your hardest. I'm going to block this Ice Beam here. Like I said, Venom off. Hits like a truck. Can't do it. So Alolan Ninetales being Ice Fairy, doesn't like Poison Fang. Blocks it. Confusion. He's throwing snow at me. I'm throwing, I don't know what that is. He switches right before I get this Poison Fang off. Big oof on my part. I tried to switch, try to be clever. It worked out for me because I was trying to switch into Toxicroak. I get to watch him switch first. So I'm just going to go after him with the Azumarill. At this point, I realized that I'm on pace to faint with quick moves. I probably should shield here. I don't, because it just put me way ahead if I shielded here. I could faint with quick moves, have a ton of energy saved up. So now I'm like, oh boy. Now I'm going to faint with quick moves, but have almost no health left, even with a ton of energy saved up. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to pop a charge move as soon as I can, because I am very much scared for my Azumarill's life right now. He comes in Alolan Muck. I was completely guessing on what he brought in, so I just chose the charge move that costs a little more, his stab, and does some more damage. Blocks it. Oh well. Don't quite get off that other charge move. Like I said, misplay not blocking. But I get to come in with Toxicroak. Doesn't care about Alolan Muck at all. There we go. So there's some moves he can run. I'm assuming, either Crunch or Acid Spray, poison moves. And so either way, it doesn't matter to Toxicroak. Even though Acid Spray is going to weaken his defense, not going to hit very hard. I come in with a Mud Bomb. Being poison type, Muck does not like Mud Bomb, and you can see takes him from half to dead. Alolan Ninetales comes in. I assume this is going to be a Fairy move. And Toxicroak being fighting type, don't like Fairy moves. Comes in with the Ice Beam. Still a fine block. Ice Beam hits hard. This is last Mon. I don't care that I'm technically wasting energy because this just confirms the win. Even though, a little sliver of health left, quick move would have fainted anyways. And it's confirmed the win. It's just how I like to play it. And so that's game 1 of match 3. It's the second match I played, but I did not have a match in round 2. And here I am. I'm selecting my team. He apparently had encountered a bug in match 2 and asked me to back out just to refresh it, which I have no issue with. It's fine. I hit rematch, but he said he had an issue with it, and he thought it was going to happen again. Apparently something with clicking on something that happened right in the overworld, so quick challenge, back in the match. Not a problem. That's just my test team. That's what we're playing. That was essentially for, not making it incredibly obvious that I was using the same team over and over again, as well as, maybe I'm playing against someone whose team is weak to a very specific type, and I can just, run double fairy or something like that, which you'll actually see in match. We're in game 3 here of match 3. And so he's choosing. And like I said before, if you're paying attention, this all of my matches went 3 games, and I won game 2, so I'm gonna lose this game. And you'll see how he beats me here once he's ready. Maybe this is why he beat me, because he really took his time. I have a bad habit of that. I guess I don't take my time. I get very set on an idea, and I guess that that might leave me vulnerable. I don't think as much sometimes. Yeah, something to think about. Really taking his time. Interesting. Well, let me know what you think in the comments. Maybe I should take more of my time, because... Alright, here we go. And taking his time pays off, because he beats me here. Comes in with Sableye. I had no practice against Sableye. Wasn't expecting to see Sableye. He's had himself, like I said before, this was more of... He did this for fun, hadn't planned anything out. Sableye is quite off meta. The fairies do a number on it, so... And you can see it, like, even with quick moves, he's doing a lot of damage. I try to switch here. I'm failing miserably at this switching. I assume it's because of Venomoth's Confusion, his very long move. I switch out. He comes in here. This is still okay for me. You know, it's not great. He's using poison quick moves, but his poison charge move is not a damaging one. It's a weakening one. It's Gunk Shot. So I'm not too worried about a Azumarill, you know, taking a hard hit that's going to knock me out in a second. This is almost definitely going to be Gunk Shot. If it's another move, if it's a dark move, it's going to do very little damage. Or Acid Spray, not Gunk Shot, I'm sorry. So yeah, my defense falls, but my defense falls if I block it or not. So it's not something I'm concerned with. Coming with this player up. Alolan Muck can't afford to take player ups being poison and dark. Dark is weak to fairy. Blocks it. But both his shields are gone now. Not really a Azumarill to be the shield burner, but did the job. Toxicroak comes in. Alolan Muck can't do much of anything to Toxicroak. He's going to go for the weaken again here, just throwing out that Acid Spray. But I can block it, but it still lowers my defense, so I'm not that concerned with blocking it. It'd just be wasting the shield, essentially. Like, look how little damage that does. He's going to come in with another Acid Spray. So my Toxicroak is very, very defensively weak right now. Oh no, it's a Dark Pulse. I'm sorry. Oh, it's very, very low health now. Either way. Whatever's coming in, I gotta get this charge move off fast, or my Toxicroak's gonna waste a ton of energy. Lucky for me, I put it in. I throw out Sludge Bomb. That's a stab move. It hits harder. It costs a little more energy. Sableye resists it. Sableye wouldn't resist Mud Bomb. I'm not sure which would do more damage, but he's got no shields left. Ooh, I burned my shield. He just beat me to the punch there. Got no shields left. I popped this Silver Wind. Really hoping for this boost here. I'm not going to get it. But, takes out the Sableye. Comes in Honchkrow. Honchkrow just... I tried to get the Silver Wind off to promise you the Poison Fang can fade. Honchkrow is going to wreck Venomoth using flying quick moves. Venomoth being bug type. Not a fan of those. Alright, so here's match 3. And if you didn't notice, last round, he used 3 dark types. His team had consisted of 4 dark types. And I was like, alright, I'm gonna get off my main team here. Not that they can't handle it. I got a Fairy, I got a Fighting, and my Venomoth no Silver Wind. You know, that's all 3 things I got dark coverage. But you know what? I can do a little better than that. If he's going to run at least 2 dark types, you know, he ran 3 the last game. I'm expecting him to lead that Sableye again because of how well it performed. You know, maybe he's going to try to subvert, but I'm going to go for it here. This may be a bit of a risky play. I'm going to lead Wiggly with Toxicroak and Azumarill. Wiggly, the reason I led Wiggly over Azumarill is because of Charm. And it pays off. He comes in with this Sableye. Again, this Charm is going to hit like a truck. He immediately switches out. He knows he can't deal with that. This is still an okay matchup for me. He does have poison quick moves, but like look how fast I'm churning through here. Again, this is going to be the Acid Spray. Gonna weaken my Wiggly. but that's fine. There's no blocking it isn't going to help that much. And look, you can see that I already burned his switch. His muck is almost gone, and his muck immediately walks in, takes one hit from Toxicroak and faints. He comes in Honchcrow. Toxicroak does not like the flying moves, so I'm going to come in Azumarill, and like I did in game 1, Azumarill just doesn't care about those flying type moves. It's just too tanky, and I'm going to shield that, but those quick moves are going to do no damage. Go for the Ice Beam here. Shield comes out, makes sense. And from here, I'm just going to farm it. Just farm in this. Bubble doing surprising amount of work on Hot Trophy. He switches out. Alright, fine. I'm going to go for the play row. Very much the wrong swiping technique, but that's fine. Shields it. To be expected. I'm just going to keep my Azumarill in. I can't switch it out anyways, actually. Gonna shield this. I really want these matchups. I want my Azumarill in as long as possible. Do a little bit of overcharging there. Not sure if that was on purpose in the moment. I had a bad habit of overtapping today, but Sableye is a very fragile mon. Can't take the play rough. And here we go. Honchcrow is very weak. I shielded that Azumarill because if Honchcrow came in on my Toxicroak with that Sky Attack, my Toxicroak you can wave goodbye to. But with the Sky Attack burned, one quick move to feint, plus I had a charge ready to go. Even though, double resist on Mud Bomb because flying ground, it's still a charge move, still does damage. Definitely go for the feint there. And I win match 3 or match 2, depending on how you look at it. Quick checking in here. So it recorded a little longer than I wanted to, but it happens. And so here we go. There's our teams. And I move on. At this point, I'm 2-1 or 1-1, depending on how you view it. And I'm going against Amigo Texas. He is also 2-1 at this point. Amigo, another really good player from the Austin area. Met him several times. Very nice guy. So here we go. We played against each other before. This will be interesting. We actually realized before this we had never added each other. So you are going to see after round 1 that we get friendship level for the base level. Because we're talking about it. We're like, are we not friends yet? We've met a few times, but I guess we've never added each other. He's choosing his team. I'm going in with the same team. And here we go. Game 1 of match 4. Clefable against Venomoth. I'm okay with this. Charm hits hard, but and Confusion hits hard. Again, overtapping. Coming in with this Poison Fang. Stab Poison move on a Fairy type. Takes it. Immediately puts him in the red. I'm going to use this shield. This way, whatever comes in next is immediately walking into a Venomoth charge move. Drapion gets off one quick move before I pop the Silver Wind on him. Missed a couple there, that wasn't the best. He tanks it, which I thought surprising. Tried to switch out just to preserve it, maybe in a double feint, I still something technically left. Come in with Toxie, he switches to Venomoth. I have to switch this out. There's simply no keeping Toxicroak in against Venomoth. 100% definitely Poison Fang. Costs less energy than Silver Wind and is super effective. I go for this play rough here. He's actually going to get the Poison Fang first. I still don't know why I went for the play rough. It costs more energy and he has 2 shields left. He's 110% going to shield it. Yeah, I completely misplay here. He's going to block it.
I'm out of shields. This next Poison Fang is gonna knock me out or almost knock me out. And he completes the Venomoth sweep, essentially. Protect your Moth when it's got those advantages. And Toxicroak comes in here with the Mud Bomb. Not going to matter, he's got one shield left. And like we discussed before, just instantly eviscerated by confusions. I apparently lived with a sliver of health there that I'm surprised by. There's our friendship progress. 29 days to go. Here I am. I'm thinking about changing things up a bit. Just sitting there, playing around, considering my options. It was difficult for me. I was really attached to that main lead team. I got Veno, Toxie, and Azu, but definitely wasn't going to work here. So I'm here. I'm thinking. I'm wondering what I'm going to do. And I decide I'm going to run almost the same team. But I'm going to change it up a little bit. Run that Umbreon. I'm going to lead Azu, too. Toxicroak didn't do much in this matchup, and I'm terrified of that Venomoth. So he's going to bring that to Venomoth back. And so I lead in Azumarill. And Drapion, maybe Poison type, but Bite's the better quick move in this this cup. In this situation, if he had Infestation, it'd be better. But let's run and Bite. I'm gonna try to burn a shield here. Works. Costs only a little bit less energy. Block this. Sludge Bomb, good choice. Don't want it as you're taking a Sludge Bomb. I promise you that. We're coming in. He switches out. Probably not the best move because I'm coming straight with my Venomoth. And we already saw how much a Venomoth eviscerated Clefable in round 1. A little bit of an overtap there. Got to work on that. We come in with this Poison Fang. Poison Fang on Fairy types, again, eviscerating it. He has to block it. Here comes the Clefable's charge move. Meteor Mash. Interesting that Clefable learns Meteor Mash. It's a Metagross thing, but that's neither here nor there, I guess. Get the Venom off the Poison Fang again. He's out of shields. This is going to hit like a truck. Gone. Now I'm at a significant advantage. We're both out of shields, and I have 3 mons left. He has 2. So I get my pick of the litter, whatever I want to use. Try to get to the Silver Wind. Not going to happen. If I had under tap better, I might get to that Poison Fang. This is why I brought in Umbreon. Because Umbreon is just not going to care about what this Drapion is up to. No. Take that Sludge Bomb like champ. I'm going to use this Foul Play. I don't want him to get to another charge move. I might have not had to. Terrible at the Dark Game, but apparently I got them all. Even though it's not very effective, it's going to finish off stab boosted. Here comes in Venomoth. Confusions are going to basically do no damage. This Silver One's going to hurt, but I get to the Last Resort. Last Resort, not stab like Foul Play is, but it's still a very strong move. It's hard. And here comes in a Silver Wind. However, he didn't really overtap here, or he didn't build extra charge here. Probably, it's an interesting choice. But here's the thing. My Azumarill was almost at half health and had a charge move left. No shields left. Venomoth can't take that Ice Beam. And that's match 2. And here's my crucial mistake. this is one of those things where you're like, oh god, which team do I use? Do I use the team that just won? Maybe he doesn't change. Maybe he thinks I'm going to change. Expecting him. This is the mind games. This is the part where it becomes who blinks first, who changes. I'm gonna tell you what, I blinked, blank, because I'm expecting him to change. I don't know why. I go back to my main team. Maybe I was just too attached to my main team. I should have kept it because he expected me to change, thinking he was gonna change. I blinked first. Something you got to think about. And sometimes you're the one. You're right. Sometimes you're right. Your opponent you just beat is going to change their team up. Sometimes your opponent is going to change their team up. They're expecting you to change, thinking they're going to change. And that's exactly what he did. Because I go back with the same team, and this is not going to go well for me. Venomoth Drapion. Okay matchup. Drapion's bites really, they're so fast. Like you can see it just tearing through my Venomoth. Go for the Poison Fang, trying to fake out a Charger, because you can see I built up the Silver Wind, trying to fake out a shield. Doesn't fall for it. I try to switch out, not in time. At this point, I'm like, alright, I have to run the shield because I can't lose my Maw. Aqua Tail. It's good information. Go for Toxie. Kind of a sacrificial swap play. Not the best. I get the Sludge Bomb off. I went for the Sludge Bomb. Maybe an iffy call. I felt that I think I felt that I was so far behind I needed to do it. I wouldn't have gotten Mud Bomb anyway. He burns the shield. And here we go. I'm sitting there trying to burn up my switch clock. Go back into the zoom roll. He's still got a shield left though, and I can't take a Poison Fang because there's no way I can let my Toxicroak come back against this Venomoth. And you can see how much this Poison Fang is going to hurt. Not a ton. This is a tank, but it comes right back because it builds so fast. It only takes 3 confusions to build a Poison Fang. Builds a Poison Fang again, and now all of a sudden I'm looking quite low. I burn because I know he's going to shield this. He wants that Moth to be alive for Toxie. Because if it's alive for Toxie, he wins the match. And I'm just so low here. I've got to burn the shield because I can't let the Moth be alive for Toxicroak. I get the Ice Beam off. This will faint out his Venomoth. And now it just comes down to what he's got left. But what does he have left? 2 things. He's 2 Mons left, remember. He's still on that. That was his main Mon. And Drapion comes in, instantly takes out Veno. Oh, I'm sorry, not Toxie, Veno. But my Venomoth, it's just alone. If I had stayed with that first team, I probably, I get the matchup advantages, I get the Mon advantages. But here, I'm just getting my butt kicked. Completely outplays me. Expecting me to go back to my main team, I lose. And that is going to be that. Thank you for watching. Have a great night.